Hello, I'm Jordan Appleton, and today I want to talk to you about Microsoft. Or, more importantly, people who say that they're from Microsoft, or from Windows, or from an internet service provider, or any other tech support company that decides to ring you. Now, this hasn't really affected me personally. I've occasionally had the odd phone call, and I've followed a few of their steps just to learn some of their tricks, but it's not something that's affected me. However, it's affected some of my clients. And what happens is you'll get a phone call from someone who claims to be from Microsoft, Windows, internet provider, or from a tech support company of some description. And what they do is they then show you a few error messages which would appear on more or less any Windows-based computer out there that are perfectly innocuous, or they would show you a piece of information which relates to maybe a registry entry somewhere. One which I can remember was someone showing me the registry entry for how Windows treats zip files and how it opens zip files within Windows Explorer, so that you just double click on a zip file and it's like any other folder. And that's a registry entry, and it comes up with a string of letters and numbers which means very, very little unless you know specifically what it's trying to do. And they then claim that, oh, if it shows up like that, then obviously you've got this problem wrong with your computer, which you don't. In fact, there's nothing wrong with your computer at all. Or, with regards to the error messages, they're for silly things like system service control, which basically means that a service didn't start up quite as it expected to, and it probably tried again a few times and then eventually loaded up correctly, which all of these things are nothing to worry about. They're normal. They're something which your average modern computer can deal with no problem whatsoever. And the same goes with registry cleaners, but that's another story. For the most part, the Windows registry is tiny compared to what the computer can handle. So minor registry errors are nothing to worry about. But anyway, that's off topic. As I said, these people ring up, they show you various little error messages that are on your computer and claim there's something wrong with it. They then redirect you to a website where they ask you to type in a code, and they then take control of your computer. At best, they will install some free software such as Microsoft Security Essentials, CCleaner, or Malwarebytes anti-malware, maybe a few other anti-malware cleaners, and that's it. At worst, they will install malware, they will install spyware, they will install keyloggers, and as well as that, for either of these obviously, they charge you a fee. And depending on how they try and sell it, it could be that they charge you 70 quid for a one-off, or they charge you £230, £240 possibly, claiming that they're going to give you a 3-year support contract and you can get in touch with them anytime. You get in touch with them and I'm fairly confident that they're not going to do anything helpful. But the problem here is that it's not just this that they do, which obviously is wrong, and it's preying on people's ignorance and what people don't know about computers. But as well as that, they're taking your credit card details. You're giving these people your card details if you go ahead and pay, and they can do with them what they will. Now, you're expecting them to charge you somewhere between 70 and 250 quid, depending on however they swing it, how they want to scam you. But what if they were to sell those details on to somebody else who then decides to buy, I don't know, £400, £500 worth of something, I don't know what, but they try and spend your money fraudulently using your card details somewhere in Zimbabwe or South America or in Ripon or I don't know, wherever. It doesn't matter. Now that's not good. Now, as I said, at worst, they will install that kind of stuff on your machine. But another one I've heard is when you get a phone call from someone purporting to be from Microsoft, and they say you've got pirate software on your machine, such as a pirated version of Windows or a pirated version of Office. Now, I can tell you with a degree of confidence that if Windows has been pirated, you get a message down in the bottom right hand corner somewhere saying that this version of Windows is counterfeit. So please visit such and such a website for help. Normally with your wallpaper's gone at that point and it's just a black screen with white text down here. So they try and get you to go to their website and purchase legitimate software, which if it is genuinely pirated software, then you should do. If it's just a failed Windows activation, go ahead and reactivate Windows. It's nothing to worry about. Of course, the other side of it is if they're sort of saying it's Office that's been pirated, which is a slightly different kettle of fish. I've seen it where a version of Office has been pirated hundreds of times, and what happens is it gets to the end of it and it just, it eventually realizes after Windows activation, phones home from all these different machines, and eventually it goes, hang on a minute, why are there 2,578 machines that are all using the same license of Office? And it'll kill the lot, which is fair enough. It's their software and you only have bought a license to use it. If you read all of the 25-page document which you get when you install it that says the license details and your rights as a user, that's what you've got. You've got a license to use the software. It is not yours, it is theirs still, and they can make changes and amendments as they see fit, and they can stop the software working as they see fit as well. Now that again that's how things have been since always. It's just that you may not like it, but that's how the software industry has always been. But though that is how you will find out that you've got pirate software on your machine, if it's Microsoft Office or if it's Windows. You don't need someone ringing you up telling you you've got pirated software, because I've seen it where they take control of your machine and they then proceed to install crap on your machine and put a password on it. And it's probably not just a user password which can be hacked relatively easily. It's probably a password that encrypts part of the registry, which means that the computer fails to start up normally without the password, which also means that you can't use the computer anymore. I've had to fix one of these recently, and the only way I could get it to work again was by restoring the Windows registry manually. Thankfully, they hadn't deleted all of the restore points, and I was able to get the machine up and running again, restore the computer back to a previous time properly, and then remove the additional rubbish that they'd installed. Now, the thing is that, as I've said, Microsoft will not call you. The only time I've ever had a phone call from Microsoft is after I'd sought their help in the first place. But no tech support company will know that there's a problem with your computer. Your internet provider will not call you unless there's a problem with your internet connection that you've contacted them about first. It's in their best interest that you contact them on the basis that, well, if it's not working and you don't notice, why should we do anything about it? I know that sounds terrible, but that's the way it is. So no support company with regards to computers will contact you. You have to contact them first. If anyone does contact you from claiming to be from some internet support company or from Microsoft or from Windows saying there's a problem with your computer, all you do is hang up the phone, because the problem on your computer is probably something either very minor, and the problem they show you at least will be something that's incredibly minor and you do not need to actually worry about, or you do not have a problem with your computer anyway. But these people will try and prey on what you do not know and will try and take money off you for that. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this somewhat insightful, and I hope you don't get caught out.